Hello everyone, and welcome to the RV Inspection and Care channel. I'm Dwayne and I'm a certified RV inspector, and today we're going to be talking about how you can get ultra safe drinking water no matter where you go. Now, just a little while back I did a video on water filtration in general for RVs, and in that video I showed how using charcoal cartridge filters that filter down to about 5 microns is really sufficient and good for most of the uses of water that you make around the RV, like washing and bathing and so on. But when we talk about drinking water, well, that's a little bit different. That's what you're taking inside your body, and you want to be sure that you get as pure drinking water as you can. So in that video I mentioned that we use what's called a Berkey water filtration system. Now, the Berkey filtration system is really specifically for drinking water. That's its main purpose. And today I'm going to discuss it a little bit more in detail. There's 2 really good methods of water filtration for RVs, and one is that you can install an RV water filtration system, like for instance a reverse osmosis system or perhaps an ultraviolet filter system, and those are very good systems, and those who have them, you can be confident that it's really going to do a good job for you. The only problem for us when we chose a water filtration system for drinking water is that when you look at that kind of system, it takes a lot of installation. It should be done professionally in most cases. If you sell your RV, you move to a different one, and a lot of us like to do that, well, then you are faced with 2 choices. You either have to let that whole system go with the RV to the next owner, or you have to disassemble it, put the regular water system back together again in that RV, sell it, and then when you buy the new RV, then reinstall that system again in the new RV. It's a lot of work. Once again, the systems work great, but it's a lot. The Berkey system, on the other hand, is portable. It's very simple. It's gravity fed. There's no electricity that is required in the Berkey system. So it's a very good filter for those who may be switching out from one RV to another. Now, how efficient is the Berkey water filter? Well, it will filter out 99.9% of water contaminants. So you can be very sure that you're getting good water filtration. It's also very inexpensive. The filters, and there's 2 filters that come with the Berkey system, they can filter up to 6,000 gallons before they have to be replaced. Now, for most people, most usages in an RV, you're going to see about 7 to 8 years worth of usage. The replacement filters at the end of those 7 to 8 years will cost you a little over $100. So what that means is that every year of water filtration, when you use a Berkey filter, it's only costing you about, in fact, less than $15 a year. That's pretty inexpensive. It's hard to beat that price. Now, we chose the big Berkey. And why did we choose the big Berkey? Well, the one that's smaller than the big Berkey has a 1.5 gallon capacity. The big Berkey has 2.25 gallon capacity. We chose the big one simply because you get 50% more capacity for only about $30 more. So we had the room, and it worked out well for us. If space is a consideration for you, you may want to get the smaller Berkey. Now, let me demonstrate how the Berkey works and what's going to happen when you get your Berkey water filter, what you need to do to set it up correctly. So let's talk a little bit about how to assemble your new Berkey water filter system when you get it in the mail, and how you use it. And it's important to understand there's two chambers. There's an upper chamber and then there's a lower chamber. Now, to put all this together, it's actually very, very simple. There's very good instructions that come with it, but I can really tell you in just a few seconds here how you can do it. Number one, there are two filters that come for the upper chamber, and you can probably see those there. They're two black filters. Those two black filters need to be primed, and that may sound scary. It's actually not. It's very simple. You can do it right at your kitchen sink. It take about 5 minutes. Once you do that, you take those filters, and there are cushioned washers that go on both sides of the bottom of the upper chamber, and so you put those on, and then wing nuts hold the filter in place. There is a capacity in this upper chamber for 4 filters, so that means 2 holes are left here, and there's 2 plugs that come with the filter to plug up those holes so they don't leak through, and the filtration works like it should. And of course the cover just goes right on the top. Now, the next step is you put the spigot on the front of the bottom chamber. And once you have done that, you just simply put the top chamber on the bottom chamber, and there you go. It is really that simple. Now, with the first time you put water in, just let it run through the whole system and empty it right out. That cleans any debris or any powder or whatever from the filter right out and gets rid of it. If you want to feel really safe about that, you can do it twice. After you have made sure that the filters are totally clean, then go ahead and use it. And all that means is that you just fill up the top chamber with water, then you put it on the bottom chamber, or actually you probably put it on the bottom chamber first, fill it up with water, and then walk away. About 30 minutes later, you're going to come back to ultra pure drinking water. That's really just how easy it is. So that's how you assemble and begin using your new Big Berkey water filtration system. The flow rate, in other words, how long does it take to filter the water? Flow rate in the Big Berkey is with 2 filters, the 2 filters that come with the system, it's 3.5 gallons an hour. Now in real world usage, it means that when you fill up the upper chamber to filter that water, it's going to take about a half an hour, maybe a little bit more. Now you can change that flow rate. All you have to do is get another 2 filters. There's a spot for them in the upper chamber, and if you have 4 filters instead of 2, you double the flow rate, and therefore you cut the amount of time in half. So instead of a little over a half hour, it would be probably a little over 15 minutes or so, and you would have your water filtered. Now let me say this though, the bottom line with water filtration is, how well does it work? What kind of water does it produce? And let me tell you, no matter how foul tasting or smelling the water is going into the Berkey, when it comes out, it's fantastic. So we are sold on the product, and we highly recommend it to you. I'm going to put a link to the Berkey water filters in the description down below, so that way you can go and check it out for yourself. Now, if you have other ideas on water filtration, we would still love to hear from you on that as well. The Berkey is not the only way to get ultra-safe drinking water. It's just the way that we decided to go, and we felt it worked best for us that way. It may work for you. If it doesn't, and you have found a good system for ultra-safe drinking water, please share that with us, because it would be good for everyone to know how to get the cleanest, purest water possible. And not everybody has the same circumstances. So be sure to share that with us in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like it on YouTube. That's a big help to us as content creators. And of course, we would love for you to join our online family. And all you have to do that is just subscribe to our channel. So please do that, and that way you won't miss any of the videos that I'm putting out on a weekly basis. Well, that's it for now. Have safe and happy travels, my friends. Until next time.